with Speak Straight Mortgage. In this video, I'm going to go over how to use our Qualification app. And the best way people learn, I've found, is just by doing. So I just want you to follow along with me. So we have the app open on the phone. So in most cases, people will be looking at houses online. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring this window over here. And we're just going to go to Zillow. You can use it any one you want. Zillow, Redfin, your agent will probably have the best portal for you if you have one. But just for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to use Zillow for now. So let's say we're looking for houses and we find one we like. Okay, now we're going to open calculators on the app. Then we're going to go to purchase calculator. Now, depending on if you've opened the app before, it might skip this program's point, but let's say if it did, this is where loan type is. So I'm going to go back to this main screen. So this is a very basic overview. I don't want to take the time. I just want to make this concise as possible with the video. If you want details, set an appointment. We'll go over in detail. But generally speaking, somebody's conventional or FHA. If you're VA, most people know they're VA eligible. USDA is for rural areas. Now, between conventional and FHA, generally speaking, if your credit score is over 700, you'd use conventional. If it's under 700, you use FHA. Those are very broad guidelines, but that's all. We just want to have a base knowledge at first. So we're picking conventional. Now we have our house open. So how we use this calculator. First, self-explanatory home price, $539,000. Next, property tax. Okay, so on Zillow, if you're looking here, these numbers will be in different spots depending on the search tool you're using. But on Zillow, it's down here. Price and tax history. Go past all the prices, go to property tax, and this is expressed in Zillow as an annual amount. So make sure this is at annual, and it's at 2633. So we got to change this to 2633. Again, you can accidentally bump this and it might go to monthly and your payment will go out of control. So make sure that it's on annual and that it's on dollars. It can switch to percentage, but we want it on dollars in this case because that's what we're using. Next, homeowners insurance. As a default value, I want you to use $2,000 for a house annual and $600 for a condo or townhouse. That can vary, but if you want specifics, schedule an appointment. This is just to get a ballpark amount. So we're at $2,000. Next, HOA. That's Homeowners Association. Some houses have them, some don't. Almost all condos and townhouses have an HOA. And they can vary wildly how much they are. Usually on Zillow, the HOA amount would be here. I can see this is a Green Valley Ranch house. A lot of some areas have the HOA built into tax. That could be here. But for now, we're putting 0 because this doesn't have an HOA. Next, down payment. So if you don't put enough down for the program, it'll make it say, and again, you may have noticed that our number down here, the monthly payment, is changing when we change these numbers up here. And right now it says not qualified. It will say not qualified if you don't put enough money down for the program. So FHA default is 3.5% down. Conventional can range from 3 to 5% down. As a default, it really depends on your personal scenario. That's why you set a meeting. Basically, we're using defaults in this scenario at the calculator. If you haven't gotten, when you make an appointment, we set these as concrete numbers for you. But for now, it's set at just averages. Okay, so we are using conventional down payment. Let's just say I change this to whatever. I'm just changing it for the purpose of showing you. To 30,000. Okay, next, income and debt. So the reason why this calculator is important because mortgage qualification is based on a monthly payment. It's not based on a purchase price. And the monthly payment you qualify for is based on your income and your debts. So if we start out going by income and I'll just erase these people. And let's say there's two of us applying. We'll start out with Bob and he makes... And this can toggle between monthly and annually, so make sure you have this on the correct amount. So let's say annual, he makes $70,000. And let's say Susie makes $71,000. Again, make sure it's on monthly or annual. Okay, now it's going to convert it into a monthly amount anyway down here. So, important thing to know, not all income counts for qualification. So this is a common theme here. With the app, as you download it, it gives you a average numbers. If you set an appointment, this calculator is then set to exactly what we can count as income and what we can count as debt. And all rate adjustments are made to your personal profile. Okay, so debts. Now, you enter monthly debts that are on your credit report. Most cases, the debts that count are on your credit report. So let's say we start out and let's say we have a car and its monthly payment is $495. You'll see this theme of monthly payment over and over. Amounts you owe for the car don't really matter. It's the monthly payment that matters. Student loans, okay. A lot of people say, well, my student loans are in forbearance. Everybody's are. Every program counts student loans differently. That's why another reason to set an appointment, we can get this exact. But for this example, I'm just going to put $250. Next, let's say we have a credit card. So we have a Chase card. When it comes to credit cards, you put the minimum amount monthly payment that appears on your statement. That's what's reported in your credit report. That's what we use. Again, doesn't matter the total amount you owe. It matters what it shows on your credit report as the minimum payment. So, okay. Then, let's say we have an installment account, like personal loan. We put the monthly payment, let's say that's $200. So now we've input the income, we've input the debt, we've put all of these numbers in for home price, property tax, homeowners insurance, HOA. Based on these numbers, it says conditionally qualified. So let's say you're just browsing, you want to see just ballpark what you qualify for. This will say conditionally qualified if it's something based on these numbers, assuming that's what we could use, it would be qualified. Now let's say you get serious and say, I want to know exactly what I can count for income. I want to know exactly what my homeowner's insurance is going to be to know and any adjustments I might have in rate for my credit score. That's when you set an appointment. We get this nailed down exactly. This calculator will adjust to exactly your parameters. Okay, so if you click this button, let's say you're interested. You can click this button and it will request for me to look at it. I'll call you or we'll set a Zoom call and we'll see exactly what, if these numbers we can count for your qualification. Another thing is you can set an appointment on the front of the app. Okay, so we'll practice again on a different house. So we go back to, just to show you that the reason why this is important to calculate the payment this way is because property tax and HOA are not the same by price. For example, if I'm going to Commerce City and going to the Reunion area and I find a house here, let's say I don't know. House for sale. Now we're going to do the same thing. We start out with purchase price. $431,745. Now we're going to... No. I bumped the slider bar. You'll see that happens sometimes when you're first using the phone app. I know I've got fat thumbs and I'll accidentally hit it a lot if I'm not paying attention. Okay, now we are looking for property tax. Again, it's down here in price and tax history 2022. This actually has low tax, so it's not in a high tax part or like a metro tax district. Homeowners insurance. $2,491. Again, homeowners insurance use $2,000 if it's a house, $600 if it's a condo or townhome. HOA would be here at the top. If it's Zillow, it could be a different spot on other search tools. Once you put this in, it will stay as default. And once we establish your real numbers, these will be factored in real time. But you could see what the monthly payment is based on these variables here. And again, what I was trying to do on the last one is show you a high tax area, and I failed to do that. So I'm just going to look at another one. Okay, so let's say over here. Okay. So purchase price $567,900. Property tax. Go down to property tax. You can see, again, this is why I'm saying why you need to put in all of the numbers if you want an accurate comparison of what value you're getting. Because the property tax a year on this property is more than 2 times what the other 2 properties were. Okay, HOA, again, we're going to leave that at $2,000. Sorry, homeowners insurance, we're going to leave that at $2,000. HOA, $90 quarterly. Sorry, I got to get that to stop going up. So $90 quarterly is what, $2,250 monthly. Okay, so you can see the monthly payment is quite a bit different than the other 2 because the property tax is significantly more. And as you practice using this app, you'll see what to look for when looking for the best value for a house. I'll give you another example of why debts are important. It's not just income. So let's say people decide they're going to go buy another car. And this car is $900 a month. You can see it's gone to not qualified because these numbers are very important when it comes to qualification. It's not just how much money you make. Debts are also important, and not all income counts and not all debts count. This tool is great to get you started. If you want exact numbers, we tune this app to what specifically you qualify for. So, hope you're having a great day. I hope this helped you with your home search and knowing what you qualify for.